Charge your clients a 2% fee just for holding their money. That's guaranteed cash. But you also keep 20% of the profit. That means you personally just pocketed $16 million before lunch. You celebrate. You buy a yacht that has a smaller yacht inside of it. You buy a painting for the lobby that looks like a toddler scribbled on it with a marker. You take your wife to dinner, then you take your girlfriend to your mansion in the Hamptons. So, how do you actually win? Do you read the newspaper? Please, newspapers are for poor people. You don't guess, you cheat. Well, legally. You use alternative data. That is just a fancy word for spying. You hire a guy named Vinny to sit in a bush outside a factory in Nevada with a pair of binoculars, just to count how many delivery trucks leave the loading dock. You buy photos from literal satellites in space to count the cars in a Walmart parking lot. If the lots are empty on Saturdays, you know their earnings report is going to be a disaster. You even track the private jet of a CEO. If he flies to Omaha, nobody cares. But if he flies to the Cayman Islands 3 times in a week, you know he's running away with the money. You know a company is failing before their own accountant does. And once you smell blood in the water, you attack. You are the king of the world. Until you get cocky. 6 months later, you bet against a company. You think their new product is a dud. You bet $1 billion that the stock will drop. Monday morning news, the product is a hit. The stock explodes upward. It doubles in an hour. This is the nightmare. When you buy a stock, the worst that can happen is you lose your money. But when you bet against a stock and it keeps going up, your losses can go up forever. Basically, it's a black hole sucking money out of your account. Your phone screams. It's the bank. They're freaking out. They want you to wire them cash right now to pay back your loans. But you don't have the cash to pay the bank. Your cash is tied up in other bets. You start sweating through your $5,000 suit. You scream at the Harvard kid again. You fire him just to feel something. You have to sell your winning stocks just to pay for this disaster. For a week, you survive on coffee and panic. You stare at your computer screen, praying for a miracle. Then you get lucky. A rumor spreads that the CEO of that company kicks puppies. The stock drops. You get out. You didn't make money, but you didn't go broke. You walk out of the office at 9 p.m. on a Friday. You go to a steakhouse where a bottle of water costs $20. You look around. You have no friends here. Only competitors and people who want your money. Your kid barely knows you. Your life is just numbers on a screen. You are worth $2 billion. You can buy anything on earth except a good night's sleep. Your phone buzzes on the table. The Tokyo markets just opened. You're up $2 million. It's never enough.
Harmony research complete. Mining upgrade complete.
In the US, federal officials have uncovered an extraordinary fraud involving Somali immigrants that it seems state officials were too scared to call out. Dozens of Somalis in Minnesota have been arrested, accused of stealing government aid meant to feed children during the COVID pandemic. Many have been convicted. And the main prosecutor says we're talking potentially billions of dollars. President Donald Trump reacted with language about Somalis in America that have caused more outrage.
I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I'm going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country.
And it's not just this COVID aid that was stolen. The head of the US Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz, the health guru, says more frauds have since been discovered, again, often involving Somalis. And like Donald Trump, he blames Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, the Democrats' former nominee for vice president, for covering it up.
Governor Walz and the state's other Democrats rely on Somali votes to get elected, so they decided to look the other way because they were afraid of, quote-unquote, political backlash. Don't take my word for it. That's what a Somali-American fraud investigator told the New York Times. One program designed to provide housing stabilization assistance to patients ballooned to $104 million. When 4 years ago, it was projected to cost only $2.6 million. Some of these taxpayer funds may have even ended up in the hands of a Somalian terrorist group. Scary stuff.
Joining me is John Heinderecker, who's a lawyer, is the founder of the wonderful Powerline blog, and also president of the Center of the American Experiment. John, great to see you again. This scandal, it's gone bang in the national media in America. How big is it?
You know, it's really interesting, Andrew, because my